the old interweb, searching around, doing this, doing that. You get on Facebook, check your emails, all these things that we do online. Did you know that every click you make on your computer is traceable back to you, and people can find out information about you? I didn't know that till this guy showed up. This is Brett Hamilton. He's our resident computer expert.
How are you? Good morning, everybody.
So when I log on to Firefox, I log on to Internet Explorer. Every keystroke is out there for somebody to be able to tell. They can actually tell where I'm located.
Your physical location. Every computer has its own little unique footprint, for lack of a better term. And like you said, everything is traceable. And when you go to the old www. Wherever you're going, you're inside a web browser. And that's what Explorer, and that's what Firefox and Safari and all of the rest of them are. So that's the scary part about it. Now everybody can see what you're doing. So every computer's got that fingerprint. Every click of the mouse is traceable, and the bad guys can see what you're doing online, your browsing habits, your passwords, your personal financial info, your online behavior, and as Dan said, even your physical location. The cool part about SurfEasy is you can see all these threats out there to the stuff that you do, not thinking about it, is that SurfEasy changes all that. It protects your online ID and your history, and now you can surf safely at home and coffee shops and hotels and airports, and keep the kids safe, keep your location safe, and basically hide from the bad guys. Because what it's doing is it's putting a lead blanket, figuratively speaking, over top of your computer. So now the hackers can't see inside, and the people looking for your bank information and your credit card information and your medical records and all the stuff we do online can no longer see that information, because now SurfEasy has changed all of that. You're not going to use Explorer anymore.
You won't
use Firefox anymore.
It looks like a credit card. All you do is you pull this out, and this becomes your little USB drive. We'll show you how it works.
Well, it becomes your web browser.
Well, your web browser. And what you now have is security that you just never had before. It's $69.96, and you pay for it one time. There's no monthly subscription. There's no annual renewal fee. You've got it, you own it, you use it. But here's the difference. I am right now on the regular internet. And if you look, it says exactly where we are. QVC Studio Park, Westchester, Pennsylvania.
Through this IP address. And to be clear to everybody, like Dan was saying at the beginning,
every
computer has its own. So you may have a similar number and your last three digits might be slightly different, but this is so that the internet companies, the web companies and stuff like that can figure out what's going on. It's not meant to be malicious.
No, but can I give you an example?
Unfortunately, it's changed.
If you buy anything online, isn't it amazing how you buy a handbag, or you're just looking at handbags on eBay or what have you.
Or you're looking at a tractor, or you're looking at a drill, or you're looking at something like that.
The next time you're online, a little thing will pop up on the side going, you interested in a tractor?
You might like this drill.
Isn't that weird?
That's because, it's like I said, it's not just malicious.
Okay,
companies
this is
pay for that information.
So all you did was you took the SurfEasy, plugged it into the computer over here, and this is telling us, this computer that is sitting here in Westchester, Pennsylvania, is in Orlando?
Yeah, where we, I can't see upside down.
It does say Orlando.
Here, let me
and
slide
it will
around
constantly give an IP address that is not traceable, is not accurate, and therefore the bad guys can't tell where you are and they can't pull your information from it.
Yeah, essentially what SurfEasy is doing is it's replacing the places you go for www, whatever, and it's scrambling the information. So these computers are side by side. Obviously, we're in Westchester because that's where QVC is. But to anybody looking at this computer right now, they go, all right, well, those kids are in Orlando, Florida. They're not in Westchester. So if your kids are online and they're chatting with their friends and stuff like that, and the bad guys are trying to look, they go, well, they're here. Well, the same thing for sponsors, and the same thing for businesses, and the same thing for anybody, including a hacker, goes, okay, well, they're not here, they're there. Well, maybe that's not important to you. Maybe you go, well, I don't really care if somebody knows where I am. People know my address. The important part is that every time you type online and you send information out, it leaves behind a footprint. It leaves behind a fingerprint. So if you go into a library and you start checking your bank account information, or you're at an airport, or you take your computer to some place where you don't have secure Wi-Fi like you do in your home, somebody can see that. The difference between what SurfEasy does and all of the other browsers is that when you unplug SurfEasy, there's nothing left behind. Do you know that there's a history in your computer?
Of every single keystroke.
Yeah, so if you're on this computer right now and you don't have SurfEasy, and Dan walks away and he was on checking his credit card or whatever, I can come in, open Explorer or Firefox or one of those web places, and just click back. And just go into history and it'll say this, 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 and this. Well, you're thinking, well, I don't really need to worry about that at home. You do need to worry about that at home. And I'm not trying to scare anybody. The unfortunate part is that's how the hackers get the information. Here's a perfect example of the difference between the two. The number on the left that clicks higher and higher and higher is an unprotected computer. This is over a 30-minute browsing session. Look how many fingerprints are left behind in 30 minutes in an unprotected computer compared to the computer on the right-hand side that leaves absolutely nothing behind. And when I say leaves nothing behind, no longer is it not there, but you can't see it as it's happening. 417 different places that you click to. It doesn't mean you have to go to 14 or 400 websites.
Right.
It just means LMNOP, 1, 2, 3, passwords, all of that stuff is flying out into space for somebody to grab onto.
This is the latest in technology. We need antivirus, and people know it. People are buying their antivirus. This is the next step over and beyond that antivirus to protect you personally and to make sure that your web browsing is secure. We've got it on Easy Pay. It's 3 payments of $23.32. There's no monthly subscription. You buy it once, you've got it. This will replace your Firefox, your internet connection, and it gives you the ability to, again, to plug in safely.
Yeah, so it's going to replace the web browser you're using now. There's no fees. You take it, you use it for life. It never costs you a dime beyond this. And your identity and your location are shielded from all of these websites, whether they're good or they're bad. Plus, you can browse anonymously. That means you can go anywhere you want, and I mean anywhere you want, and nobody will ever know that you were on that computer. You could be looking at your medical records online. You could be looking at bank information online. And your passwords, if you choose, can be stored on this USB key, and then you give that a password. So if for some reason you lose it or forget it, nobody can get to that information. But look at all the information that flies out of your computer on a regular basis,
And you don't
right?
even know.
You don't even realize it. You go, you check your bank account information, you don't think twice. There's a hacker looking for that password, or looking for the ID that goes along with that password, or whatever it might be. Well, how about a way to stop them from peeking, to stop them from sniffing, to stop them from getting an idea of what you do in your private time? Plug the key in. No longer can anybody see your passwords, can anybody see your personal information. And more importantly, when you sign off your computer at night and you unplug this key, you were never on that computer. You could plug it into a friend's computer, you could plug it into a public computer like in a library or an airport. You can travel with it, take it anywhere you want, and take all of your information with you, then never have to worry about anybody taking a peek inside.
What the thieves are doing today is they are building a profile of who you are.